Okay, guys, weekly update. Heading bullish. Yeah, this 32-minute chart is a little bit hard to discern right now because the market is bullish. The reason it's bullish, again, to you guys, there should be no surprise. I said that the dollar was going to reject. It did. It's going to come down and tap somewhere here. It's probably going to bounce here, then kind of tap off this thing, and then there's going to be a move sideways. Obviously, we are hoping for a break in structure. It doesn't take really these kind of bigger moves, but you can see that that we are heading up, and the 512 is the one that I'm concerned about most. You guys, I'm pretty convinced that the market is going to break out. Okay, so there's going to be a break in structure. And then we're gonna sit sideways, probably until the new year. And believe it or not, you guys, this is what I've been saying to you guys. We're gonna spike. Okay, so I cannot tell you. Okay, so okay, we're gonna go over the dollar. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you guys from a cycle perspective. It's a bit odd that we peeled up this high for the higher high on the dollar. It's suggesting that this is the end of the cycle. But if you look at this big gap here, okay, and we take a distance, okay, if you just take a look at this, before it changed cycle, there was a 432 move, 432 days for that particular spike in the markets, okay? And then you had this range up, which caused the bear, okay, and that was 500 days. Okay, we're just talking rough numbers here. Okay, and then you had this. Now, this bottom here says 292 days. I doubt that that's the bottom. Okay, guys? So the deal is we are halfway through the cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There should be a 6, a 7, an 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that is the calculation. And we are going to wait until this cycle completes itself somewhere in 2024, which would give us a 700-day stretch. Okay, so this is also a cycle. You guys should know this stuff by now. Okay, this was this cycle. This cycle lasted 764 days. If there, I'm going to tell you guys something else too, okay? If there is a bounce and we peak, I've got some exciting news, which is what I'm going to be announcing on TikTok, is that if we bounce here and we start to go like this and double top, we are going to go into a massive bull run, you guys, okay? That will be the top of the market, 100%. Okay? That is 100%. If we start to struggle here, we are going to go into a huge, huge bull market. One that has never been witnessed in I'm telling you guys, in history. Okay, and this bull market will last a very long time. It'll last, okay, all the way here, and then who knows what's going to happen here. I have no idea. Okay, but if the bear market is extended and we get a capitulation, I'm telling you guys, this will be your last chance before the bull market. And the main reason is because you guys know, when we're talking about things like GAN and stuff like that, we are correlating I'll show you here. Just I'm not going to GAN it out for you guys. I'm just going to show you from a turning point perspective. Okay, so this is this red line. There's only so much that this high this GAN will reach price and time, okay, on a much larger time frame. Hold on. Okay, so just like you see it here. And there could be, okay, so if you look at this one, this is actually excuse me. I have it here, but it's very faint, so I'm just gonna get rid of this one. This bubble here, okay, you could call it yeah. So this bubble here represents 574 days sideways into this big king's crown, which led to the bull market. Okay, this can only go so high. We are not going to sit in a massive bear market till 2030. Okay, that's not going to happen. They'll swap over everything. They'll make you go into your bank and trade your paper, okay, for digital dollars. The value of the dollar during this time will fucking deflate. Okay, sorry, it'll inflate, not deflate. It'll inflate like crazy, and your dollar will not be worth much. Okay, and what'll happen is during this bull run, there will be a transition, and that transition causes a total new bullish momentum. The only thing that I can think about during a capitulation, obviously, we're looking at 40 years in the making. If there is a capitulation event and the stock market crashes, which I am calling for, it doesn't necessarily mean that the dollar is just going to break up this high. You see how high this is sitting. This fractal, I would tell you, from a much larger perspective, would like to break, and this would cause kind of a new formation of what you would call structure. Okay, so this would form itself, but that would mean that it would lead into something like a massive bear market, and that the bull market would come much later, you guys. I think that the world is going to settle itself here very shortly, and there's going to be all sorts of opportunities. Housing is going to be built. There's going to be distribution of societies. This narrative that everything is going to go into death has not been proven by a cycle yet. Okay, so every time we go down, we come up, we go down, we come up, we go down, and the value of that dollar becomes less and less, even though that there's more in circulation. Okay, so that value, as long as they keep printing that money and minting, doesn't matter, they mint a different instrument, okay? They will mint a different instrument, and that instrument will be the catalyst to the bull run, which is what I'm calling the efficiency bull run. Okay. There's nothing much more to it other than the fact that your cryptos will see unparalleled gains. You cannot compare these bull runs, because these bull runs here, okay, these bull runs that you see here, there was about a 400% gain in the overall markets, meaning that if your house was 100,000, it's now fucking 400,000 or 500,000 as it sits today, okay, in a very inflated environment. Your house in US dollar value, in order to save the dollar, they will transition it to something different. Okay, my analysis, or my educated guess, is because the dollar will be so poorly evaluated that they'll start swapping to digital to cover the gap. Okay, that paper is going away, and they'll keep printing it until it's useless. It's at that time you want to be highly invested, regardless of a capitulation. Okay, so regardless of this move, you want to be in crypto, you want to be in silver, you want to be in gold, and you want to buy land if you can buy land, because you're going to need a lever. That lever is going to be used as your kind of now Obviously, you guys, I cannot give you financial advice. I'm just telling you from my analysis what they're. I get data from the big institutions. Okay, there were 14 major institutions that applied for an ETF in the last month. Okay. Your markets will be then tied to blockchain transactions, your stocks, your whatever. It does not cause a massive bear market, it causes a massive bull run. Okay, and the wealth shifts. Okay, so as the dollar is inflating like crazy, you need to take your profits, okay, and invest into concrete, hardcore goods. Okay, now, you guys, regardless of this long-term forecast, I want you guys to understand something. This has been my consensus ever since I've seen this cycle in play. What you have to understand is that you have an advantage above all people, and because what I'm going to tell you is that if and when we spike and the dollar comes sinking down like that, what I want you to do is take your money off the table because the stock market can capitulate really badly. Okay. And just absorb those profits for now. What you're going to want to do is, just in my opinion, okay, what you're going to want to do is if we spike, to get into things like silver and gold. Okay. You can hang on to your cryptos for the bull run if you want. You guys, no matter what, the bull run is coming. It's going to happen. What goes up, it's a universal law. You cannot ignore it. Okay. What goes up must come down. It's like that for everything in life. Okay. What goes up must come down. It's a law of nature. And then at that point, we will start to establish where is the real value at that time. Okay. So guys, lean to the right side of that chart, please. That's all I got to tell you. You got to lean regardless of a capitulation. Okay. You got to lean to the right side of that chart. I have never seen a GAN create a much higher turning point. Now it can. I'm going to draw it out for you. Okay, so let's just say we spike and then there's this big drop in the market. Okay. Okay, so this fractal plays out and there's a huge drop. Okay, I'm going to tell you it will be 100% the start of the bull run. Okay, boom, like that. Okay, if that structure plays out, that will complete this red line that you see here. This is also a catapult. You cannot really see it. It just looks like we're ready to go into a bull run, to be honest, you guys. It doesn't seem like we're going to capitulate. The problem is I think the valuations are going to get all muffled during inflation. So let's just be cautious when we come touch this Bollinger Band. This Bollinger here is the weekly Bollinger Band. Now I'm going to show you the monthly. Okay. So this is the monthly on the dollar. Now, this is why I'm gonna show this, because obviously I want people getting into hyper, and I want you guys to why I want you guys to concentrate not so much on the signals, but I want you to concentrate. I want you guys concentrating on the fact that we are going to go into a bull market. This, I'm going to move this out of the way just so you can see it. This green Bollinger Band here, okay? This is not a Bollinger Band. I just call it a band, okay? This band here has flashed green twice. Once in this nasty bear cycle here, okay? And then second time it flashed here in this bear cycle. Now there's been intermediate bull spikes in this accumulation, okay? In this accumulation phase. Now what's going to happen is it flashed again. You see it's flashed here. This is how I know it's going to come down. Okay. So you want to pay attention to the idea that we're going to come up and then we're going to go into a bull market. That's it, you guys. Okay. Regardless of how high it goes, the timing is going to be epic somewhere around 2026. However, we finish off this dollar peeling up like that, that there's going to be a rush of dollars into assets because the dollar won't be worth shit. Okay, and that correlates obviously with your Apple moves. Okay, in the meantime, it's going to be very wiki action, you guys. I'm telling you, sometimes these accumulation phases, I can't even target properly. Okay, I could easily make the case that both one and two are in. Okay, so it's not a good idea to trade this. I have no idea if this is just going to keep rallying and break structure. My guess right now, because it is a guess, is that we break out. Okay, and we're going to sit in a much higher level around 40,000 and accumulate there. If you've looked at other coins, they are starting to catch up. I saw Chainlink the other day. Okay, it's catching up with its what? Apple Fractal. Okay. When this Bollinger here comes and meets, okay, like this will cross like this. Okay, it'll come up and then it'll sink down like that. But this Bollinger, when it crosses, is extremely bearish, right? So what'll happen during a spike is that it will complete the big catapult, but when this crosses, it will go into a very bad bear. And at this point, you know, you're going to sit down here and then we go into a big bull market, okay? And that bull market will be quite intense to watch. Okay, so here is Link coming up. Okay, there's its price action. It's not really doing much as per se right now, but that confirms quite a bit for me in regards to a spike in the market. Okay, and that if you were to GAN it, yeah, sideways moves are especially in these type of assets are almost impossible to see. But what you would do from a turning point perspective during the cycle is you would take the absolute low, which would be right here. Okay, so intermediately you'd have turning points here, which would cause this massive low, and now we're going into uptrend. This is a break in trend, you guys. On the much higher time frame, it's a break in trend. You see that green candle? So see the low, see the high. That's now on the much higher time frame, a break in trend, which technically means that we should break out. Okay, it's coming, you guys. I know it's hard to see right now, but when you see 4 trillion move into the market all at once, it gets pretty it gets pretty weird really fast. You guys got to be taking the money off the table. Okay. I don't think that we're gonna break this low here like that. I think it's gonna bounce. Okay, so you see that flag? I think it could the dollar could bounce here, come up and then reject and then sit down here and then break out into a much worse capitulation. Okay, so this is a possible thing where we come up here. But I'm going to tell you, whatever this catapult produces here is going to be the start of the bull run 100%. You guys are closer than most 99% of people even understand. That's it, you guys. There's any questions? Questions? You know,
Quiz.
yes. Hi.
When should we sell Link? I'm in profit now,
Mm-hmm.
um, but not
Uh,
by much.
yeah, I'm okay. So for Link, let me just see something here. Okay, are you gonna ask me intermediate um price action, or you or like um are you going to be looking for the longer term?
Well, is it going to go up and then we're going to drop? Or
The problem is, brother, when the market spikes, okay,
yes,
it's look, do you see this left side of the chart? It's unruly how fast it spikes. Okay, so I'm saying that Link can what you can do for Link is correlate it as much as you can with Bitcoin's price action. The problem with that is that you get moves like this, and literally gives you no time. You see, this is 100-day, 130-day spike. So
hmm
so what you're asking is, okay, seeing this move here is okay, Chris, it went to $10. Okay, but so did this move, and then it dropped, and then it spiked, and then it dropped, and then it spiked and dropped and accumulated, and then she spiked. I'm not ganning Link. I don't think Link is even on my here. I don't even think I have it here. Link. I don't have it there. No. So and I cannot chart this the reason it's getting a rejection, what you could do is just go off of previous price support and rejection levels. So you can just come to here and say, okay, the Link is sitting at $10. And you know, if it starts to sit sideways, okay, it can have another breakout just to this level here of $13, $14. You could technically sell your Link there, and there could be kind of just this downturn, but it'll be very sideways. It won't be, I don't think it's gonna just drop and then there's suddenly this big bull spike. So where I'm saying sell the bodies of the candles at like $42. So you just got to be aware that, you know, it may never just come down, right? And that it'll just sit sideways.
yes,
So
sir.
just kind of like Quant and other assets that I've seen sit sideways. So I hope that helps you out, brother. I just won't sell anything until I hit these highs. I don't care when that happens, bull run or not. I just won't sell. I'm more focused on accumulation than I am anything right now. The markets are still gonna sit sideways for a bit. You'll see the spike, you guys. You guys will feel it in your portfolio. When you start to see the euphoric candles, that is when you sell. Okay, so that is the time when you see euphoria and you just exit and then wait for that massive bear like that. Okay. This is the safe route for now. We're not going to go into a bull market. The markets are not ready for this type of regulation. They may regulate the stock with it with an ETF or whatnot, but I wouldn't say that because even the stock markets can tank, which will drag Bitcoin with it, including the ETFs, which is what I'm scared of, you guys. Okay, if you guys want to know why I'm scared of this massive red candle, not because it so much shows on an Apple chart, but the mere fact that if they deem you know that the stock markets need to come to a screeching halt to save the dollar, then that's what's going to happen. And even your dollar will get, you know, blown up. And then still, again, the hyperinflation will come and it'll be extreme hyperinflation. So there's going to be a lot of wealth transfer going on in the next 10 years, you guys. Lots of wealth transfer. So all I want you guys to focus on is collecting down here and then selling up here and then just exit for safety purposes. Because those cryptos can get destroyed. Literally, you've seen it where the market caps don't even exist. Okay, and you sitting down here and then what you gonna say to yourself, right? So Okay. How price gonna move in having 2020? I mean, it will come down or hold a certain level. Brother, I'm not sure about your question there. How price gonna move in a 20? I mean, it will come down or hold a certain level. I'm not sure what you mean by that, brother. When you say buy gold and silver, does it mean stocks or have the metal in your hand? Have the metal in your hand. Physical silver in your hands. Guys, if something happens to that dollar, oh boy, it's game over. It's game over. It's apocalyptic, you guys. Everything is measured to the US dollar. It's not good. So you got to have a bargaining chip for whatever they come up with next. You see, guys, I'm just surmising what it is that they're going to come up with. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know. I'm not the one in charge, right? All I see is their antics and what they do. And the currencies are manipulated at a very high level. And that I think is done on purpose to destroy the boomers and the middle class. So it's unfortunate, but there's going to be a new class of people that arrive into the world. And it's, as the boomers are heading off to the graveyard, I hate saying these things like that, you guys, but I'm very forward about, just natural cyclical laws. It's not like my dad is 70 years old, but he's not going to be around, God willing, he's around for another, 30 years. But to look at the wealth transfer, most people don't understand it. So they're not going to invest in it. You go ask the average boomer and you say to them, okay, just are you buying crypto? They're going to have a strange look on their face. And they're going to ask you, or they're going to tell you, no fucking way would I invest in that. When literally that is the thing that will create a bull run. Okay, is this transfer from paper to digital. There is a whole bunch of other conversations that I can get into regarding sovereignty and whatnot, and the governments around the world having control of digital money. I don't like it either, you guys, but I do not want to be on the wrong side of that coin. I'd rather pay my taxes with a bargaining chip like gold, silver, or land than fucking worry about, being on the sidelines and having sponsored houses and automatic fucking cars deliver your food. I think that's what's coming, you guys. Okay, there's a reason that Bill Gates is buying up all that farmland. So when the run starts, you'll start giving out other altcoins in their tops. Yes, Leo. Because you've clearly explained. But to recap for those who are just catching up, please can you say about when you expect a big spike? Like might the spike happen in say a month or two? Okay, so the spike can happen at any time, you guys. But what I want you to concentrate on is the levels to which you'll be selling your coins. And I want you guys selling it at the bodies of the candles. Bitcoin can get a very big jump. Okay. So what can happen is we're going to finish off. We are halfway through a cycle, you guys. So I want to see a 6, a 7, an 8, a 9, and a 10. And then we exit. Okay. So we're halfway through the cycle. This is not a cycle here. Okay. Where you have 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's. So from a mathematical point of view, this is not a cycle here. We are halfway through the cycle, which also demonstrates what I've been trying to tell you guys about the big sideways move. Okay, so this is the big sideways move that is happening right now. Okay, so down, up, up, sideways, 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 and then out of nowhere, guys, there is this big monstrous run, which again, if you look at the correlation, This is the correlation that we're running off of. Now, even this market in Apple is developing a very bad king's crown. Okay, so the thing is that it's in bullish territory, and I expect the bullishness to continue, but eventually it will capitulate. So we're just going to go through the cycle here. Okay, there's your catapult, your Apple fractal down here. We are sitting here, you guys. Okay, so what I'm waiting for is this kind of massive move, and it will be the biggest fake out in history. It's going to cause a very, very bad capitulating event. Okay, we'll sit in a bear market again, and then we go into the bull run. Okay, so we gotta, for safety reasons, we have to exit out of this move. So we are here. 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are coming down to 6 eventually. In about 10 days, we'll be coming down to 6. You guys, it will be the 7, 8, 9, 10 big guys. The spike is so horrendous. It just throws everybody off. So I will tell you guys, like I said, I'll be the loudest guy on this whole app, TikToks, the Zoom, the Discord. I'll be the loudest guy saying you fucking better get out of these assets. So don't worry about that. I don't know, brother, how just follow the forecast, okay? Just dark, just follow the forecast on the 2048s and stuff. You'll see. If things go as you think they will, and then if we pull out during the spike, when it happens and we invest into something else, is there a chance that we could miss the bull run altogether? Mark, no, I don't, guys, okay. You're not going to miss a bull run, you guys. I'm going to tell you something. There, not one of you are going to miss a bull run. If you want to hold through a big nasty candle, that's up to you. Me, I'm holding it. You're not going to miss a bull run, okay? The bull run, you will not be able to comprehend it. You're not going to miss anything, okay? It's just going to peel up into oblivion. Okay, so you're not going to miss it. I'm just trying to tell you that there's take profit points. And to be safe, okay, if we start to really break out, say we're here. I don't, guys, we're not here, okay? That this doesn't make any sense from a structure that we're going to create a catapult and then just go into a bull run. Okay, so you know that I'm telling you guys, okay, take your profit, okay? Now, if it comes down and we start to break this structure, what are you going to say? You're going to say, Chris, you should have told me to get out here. You can still reinvest here. Okay, you can still catch a bull run. Why? Because it will never fucking end. That's why. It'll just go up and up and up and up and up. Okay, for many years to come. So you won't miss it. On your live at 27, try and draw more in for hyper. Johnny, what do you mean? Will you try and draw more in for hyper? Yes. You guys, hyper. You guys, hyper. What can I tell you about hyper? You guys, I'll tell you something. There's no need to worry about the performance of hyper. Okay, because you guys got to understand it takes so very little in a bull market to move that coin. Okay, so all it needs is FOMO, and you're gonna make fucking obscene amounts of money. I'm just talking about regular FOMO. I'm not even talking about the utility. I'm not talking about all that stuff can be constructed. Okay, I could put a shitcoin on the market tomorrow and fucking put it on TikTok and YouTube and it'll fucking explode. Okay, but I'm not here for that. I'm not here in this industry to worry about that. What I want you guys to concentrate on, the only thing that I want you guys to concentrate on is being safe with your investments, and just wait to see if we can catch a bull market. I'm saying lean to the right side of that chart because you really do not want to miss a bull spike, a bull run. Sorry, because it's not going to come around again for a very, very, very long time. Either way, you guys, if we from the bottom to the top here, okay, let's just say that we get this massive capitulation for whatever reason, okay? We come down, we come up, and there's this capitulation. I'm going to tell you guys, you need to access whatever the hell you can in crypto. Okay. That's it, you guys. This is all you have to focus on, and you will look back years from now and just be like, oh my God, like I'm so glad I got into the markets. In order for us to break out, Bitcoin would have to go past 32. Yes. And I do smell a breakout coming. Okay, guys. This market just doesn't want to quit. You see what's happening here. There's no quitting. It just keeps breaking out, and then suddenly you've got lots of time here on the 512. So even if we turn 1 to 2, there's going to be a big move up to 3 because we are in an uptrend. You see this? We did not break trend here. Okay, so we're in an uptrend, up, and it keeps going up until it's trend broken. Then we're just either going to sit sideways, okay? But in about 7 days, like I said, you guys, I've seen this market do funky things. I would wait for the dollar just to relax a bit, okay, to find out, do you really need to take some profit off the table? You can if you want. I think that the alts are still going to suffer in a certain way. So the dollar should technically come down and bounce off of the top of this channel here. So you can wait here all the way till the end of December. Really. I mean this move has to compensate, and it can be a very large kind of move. So the dollar can just come down and then go like this, plunk like that. Okay, and then sit sideways. Have a move up, and then boom, there goes the rest of your cycle. Okay, so I would just worry about that for now. This kind of structure to finish off the cycle, and then we just exit in 2024 because I don't think we're in a much. You have to play safe in regards to the cycle. Okay, so they can get really nasty, you guys. That big spike, that big drop. Okay, so that big drop can be god awful. Okay, so these are little mini bull runs. You guys, you got to understand these little mini bull runs are fucking ferocious bull runs, bull spikes, So you can make a lot of money just off the bull spike. Okay, but I don't think we're in the much higher time frame cycle yet. So I don't think we're just going to keep dropping and come up and then drop like that. I don't think that that's going to happen. If we do, you guys, if we reject somewhere here and this catapult fails, okay, if this catapult fails, you guys, you're just going to sit on your instruments and you're going to laugh the whole way up. You're going to laugh the whole way up. When I went through the 2000 and the bull run, the housing bull run, you guys, I didn't even know about it until years later. I had no idea that this was going to happen, this bull run here. But look at it. It was so vicious, this bull run. It was just incredible. Look at that, 2,400 days of upside in the markets. Unbelievable bull run. I'm saying it can happen too, but I'm gonna be with you guys. Don't worry. You don't have to worry so much. I know you guys want to worry, but the worrying business is not what you should be doing. You're gonna catch a bull run, you guys. Mark my words. Okay. This is not gonna last forever. This whole bullshit. This is not gonna last. And I'm gonna tell you, if we start rejecting, I'm gonna say you really need to be in the markets until 2030. You guys can go ahead and retire. Because that dollar will be useless and those assets will peel into the fucking sky. So, but we gotta be careful of this very bad capitulating event. Okay. No, Leo, these are bull spikes that I'm talking about. This is just a little spike in the market, spike, not a bull run. A bull run is something much bigger. What you see over here will happen over here. So no bull run, yeah. Yes, Bitcoin is going to get all the love. I said to you guys, Bitcoin dominance, BTC. The alts come much later, you guys. Okay. I told you we were going to bounce up. Now, when we hit these levels, you guys, okay, there's going to be a rejection. And that rejection doesn't matter how it happens, it's going to reject you guys. And when that rejection happens, it's going to be such a violent spike. Okay? Violent, you guys. You will see the candles peel up into oblivion because this will reject so hard that that the candle will come straight down. Okay? Something like that, and it'll boom like that. It's kind of like what you see here, okay? But it will be repeated over here, and it will come down, bang, really badly. And that's when you're gonna get your bull spike. And then eventually, you know, like I said, you guys, they're gonna have to try and do anything to save Bitcoin. This fractal will play out, and that the fucking Bitcoin can come way up to here, okay, before the big bull run, okay. Okay, so just understand that, Bitcoin is going to get a lot of love, and then boom, there's going to be a 30 to 60 day 90 cycle that will just cause your altcoins to go into ridiculous numbers, you guys. Okay? Very, very ridiculous numbers. Okay, so we're just going to wait for that. We're going to play it safe here during that very bad capitulation. They're going to do everything that they can to save that Bitcoin, you guys. Your Bitcoin can come to a measly $1,000. I'm going to tell you guys, if this whole thing happens, where Bitcoin comes to $1,000, you guys, I'm telling you guys, you're going to make Bitcoin is not going to disappear, you guys. Okay. They're going to make you believe that it's going to disappear. It won't. This has to do with this price action that you see has to do with an equation that manipulates the market cap. It has nothing to do with failing. Okay. So when price is meeting its market cap, okay, so you're dividing the price by the amount of coins in circulation, and you get these massive swings, is what creates the market cap, and they can move the market caps at will. Okay, they can send a candle just straight up into the sky, you guys, and making you believe that that's the way you're gonna make it in life. And it's a much bigger accumulation phase. So let's just wait for Bitcoin to do its thing, because they're obviously saving Bitcoin here. Okay, look at this. This is just like, it's not gonna stop, you guys. It's just gonna break out. You watch. It'll just pump right through that number. They're setting up for that move. That's why all the bears are fucking crying right now. The bears know what the bulls are doing. And everybody got too bearish for too long. If you look at a market cycle, this is what's called the disbelief stage. Okay, just go look at a typical market cycle chart. Okay, this is what's called the disbelief stage. Especially if we break out here, it'll be, and then there's going to be this kind of jarring move down, right? If we break out, okay? So I'm saying we could easily bust through here and then just reject all of a sudden, boom, like that. That is a disbelief candle. And it's very possible based on the fact that the dollar is doing what it's needing to do. And I'm telling you guys, the dollar can come screaming down really fast. Okay, just like you see here, it can just suddenly fail. It'll just go whang like that and then cause a massive spike in the markets. Okay, so we're just gonna wait to see if we bounce off that channel right there. Okay, because this is a bullish move here. So if we come to completion and then 2026, we see a big capitulation and then the bull run happens just later, that's all. Because remember, the dollar is in upwards momentum, right? I'm telling you guys, the dollar is going to touch this little green line here like that, boom. And that's the one that scares me because it can reverberate and just go, wow, like that, boom. Mark, yeah, just because they apply doesn't mean that they're gonna buy. Okay, we're just gonna play the safer route here. So don't worry about it, you guys. Just follow my forecast and trust this process. I know you guys have been sitting in a fucking ugly bear cycle. Okay, but trust me, that's how these cycles play out and they cause these immense moves, right? Because there's all this weird FOMO that happens during spikes. Okay, but just whatever you see here, okay, that's what I believe is going to happen here. Okay, here that's a big, 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 massive move. Here was a big, big, massive move, and here is a big, big, massive move. The problem with this bigger move is that it keeps mucking with the big boys up top. So there could be this big catalytic event that causes the entire markets to crash. And your dollar will come peeling up into oblivion here so they can save it. But after that, guys, after this, if we do capitulate, I'm telling you guys, you're going to be laughing the whole way through because you've got the information way ahead of time. Way ahead of time. There's nobody on this internet that is talking about this, you guys. I'm the only guy. They can't think this long term. That's why I think long term, because they can't see it. I can. Okay, now you guys can too. Okay, and eventually the whole world is going to see this chart and come back to it later when it does play out. In the meantime, there's going to be havoc, wild swings. You're going to see Bitcoin potentially go up to 100 grand and just reject right down to 10,000 and even $1,000. You wouldn't think that it can do that, you guys. I'm playing the safe way. If you thought this bear market was bad, this little bear cycle here was bad, wait till you see a drop in the market, in the stock market. That can be you won't even believe that it can. You guys, the dollar can come way high, way up here. Okay, but in the meantime, this is the only forecast that I've ever mentioned to you guys was this spike, collecting the cycle low. It is unfortunate that we bit higher. You see this move up, this really like what you would call a parabolic topping. This broke that lower cycles on all those altcoins. You see, this is a mathematical measurement, this red line here. You see that? That's why the dollar is rejecting. Okay, so here is the kind of the sell-off phase. So they're gonna look to the big boys. What they do is they look at these levels and they say, okay, we got all that, guys. Can we recoup it down here? That's how they think. Yeah, but I don't show you guys everything. I just I'm just going to give you my best analysis. Okay, they dropped the markets a lot harder than I thought they would. But now we're in this new cycle, so we have to exit if we spike. If we capitulate now, don't worry about it. We're going to go into a bull run. If there's a massive capitulation, you're going to do everything in your power to find a way to take your dollars and invest it right back into the markets. Okay, that's it, you guys. Now I got to clean these charts up. Okay, but I'm telling you, just hang on to your tushies here because the market can get very, very spiky really, really fast. Okay. If you don't know the last summer that we had, the summer where we spiked from 28, we went to 28 to 52,000 Bitcoin in less than a month, you guys. Okay. 52,000 Bitcoin in less than a month. Okay, before we peeled up to 70. Okay, so just be mindful of that. I'm saying we spike. And it just looks like Bitcoin doesn't want to give up here. So good on them. Okay, just stop this recording.